Hello, chiropractors and other healthcare practitioners. Dr. Tabor Smith here, and today we're going to be talking about retention. And two of the biggest reasons to focus on growing retention in your practice is number one, better retention leads to better results for patients. And then number two, if you're looking to grow your practice and your business, growing retention not only grows and improves results for patients, but it also grows your office, right? So that's one way when we have new patients coming in, the ones who are already here, who are maximizing retention, then our practice begins to swell because you're kind of stopping the leaks, as they sometimes say, right? So we're going to talk about the key to retention and some of the aspects of it and how to really understand what retention is. Now, retention is a reflection of your clarity. And a lot of the things and quotes and different things that I get and you're going to hear in this training came from Dr. Stephen Franson. So I want to totally give him credit. He is the founder of the Remarkable Practice. I've learned a lot from him and from that crew. The Remarkable Practice is awesome. So definitely look them up and get to their events. But they say that retention is a reflection of your clarity, and I believe it's absolutely true. Look, let's take, for example, dentistry. There is no profession in the world who understands the concept of clarity better than dentistry. And in fact, they just so happen to have the best retention of any other healthcare profession as well. Dentistry has grown to the second largest healthcare profession in the world. They're actually the largest preventative healthcare profession in the world, and they've done that through having absolute clarity. If you ask somebody, anybody, ask them, how do you properly take care of your teeth? Guess what they're going to say? Brush, floss, and visit a dentist regularly. Some form of that. It's so clear. That's how you take care of your teeth. You brush and floss at home. You visit a dentist for checkups. Now, in chiropractic, for example, go walk down the street and ask the first stranger that you come up to, how do you properly take care of your spine? And you're probably going to get a blank stare because nobody has heard of this. No, we haven't created clarity in chiropractic and teaching people how to properly take care of their spine and nervous system. That's why we have this poster here. This poster's hanging all over our office. In fact, you can see it above all of our adjusting tables. And I want every patient that steps foot into my office to know this one thing: how do you properly take care of your spine? That's what I want them to know. That's what they learn. That's what my patient education is built around. You can actually download this poster for free at spinalhygieneposter.com. There's actually a lot of other resources there as well once you opt in. But spinalhygieneposter.com, you can download this file and print as many posters out as you want. You feel free to use this poster in your office as well. All right, so I'm gonna quote Dr. Stephen Franson here. He actually said, "The patient must have clarity as to why they should stay under regular chiropractic care." Right? In dentistry, a dentist will straight up tell you, "Don't ever stop taking care of your teeth." In fact, that's so well known that now every parent will tell their kid, "Don't ever stop taking care of your teeth." Why? Well, eventually, if you stop taking care of your teeth long enough, you'll have irreversible damage. Why? Because they will decay. And then eventually you'll experience pain and suffering, and that is not fun. And that could get even worse because you could actually have to go undergo some surgeries or invasive procedures with your teeth that we don't want you to ever have to go through, right? Does that make sense? Now, look at chiropractic. We need to be saying the exact same thing to people about their spine. We should be saying, look, you can't ever stop taking care of your spine, or you will eventually have irreversible damage because it will decay. Right? We see disc degeneration happening at younger ages than ever before right now. We could tell them, look, if you don't take care of your spine, someday you could experience pain and suffering. That is no fun. And then even worse, if you're a chiropractor like I am, you've seen patients who have come in after surgeries and they have bolts and screws and rods and everything else in their spine that I truly believe could have been prevented if we've been sharing this concept of spinal hygiene and lifetime spinal care like we should be, and if it was clear to the patient how to properly take care of their spine from a young age throughout their entire life. I tell my patients, look, you don't even have to be in my office for the rest of your life, but just please never stop taking care of your spine. Once you learn how to take care of it, do that. Do that here in the office, but do that at home as well. Another great quote from the Dr. Stephen Franson. He says, one of the most important things to teach people is how they can influence their clinical outcomes. It's critical to partner with the patient and empower them with the strategies that give them a sense of influence and responsibility for their own results and for the results of their own chiropractic care. Make sure that your patients understand this is a partnership. Look, in dentistry, they'll straight up tell you your cavity, that's your fault. Dentists and dental visits and maintaining your hygiene is your responsibility. I've had a cavity in my mouth before when I went to the dentist, and the dentist says, "Are you brushing properly? Are you flossing? Do you need to be doing those things better? Do you need to be coming in more frequently?" It's always back on me and what I'm doing to take care of my own teeth. In chiropractic, that's true as well. Look, the subluxation ultimately is the patient's responsibility. It's the patient's fault. Are they taking care of their spine? Are they doing their spinal hygiene exercises? Are they staying fit and healthy? Are they making their chiropractic visits regularly? Chiropractic visits and maintaining spinal hygiene is the patient's responsibility. And here it is, the key to patient retention. What you've been waiting for, what this whole video is about, the key to patient retention is to convert believers into understanders. Look, when they start care in your office, when they say yes to care, what that means is they believe you can help them. They don't really understand everything about chiropractic. They don't really understand everything about taking care of their spine or how you're going to help them correct their issues, but they believe that you could help them because you've done a good enough job with your examination, with your report of findings, with your care recommendations. So they believe in you. But now, as you educate them through the process of coming through to your office and through the process of spinal correction, you're turning that believer into an understander. And when you do, when that patient really understands how to take care of their spine, that will explode your retention in your office and they will start to get better results. In dentistry, the dentist's ideal patients are understanders, right? They value the health of their teeth enough to take care of their teeth properly. It's not about a patient who, lets their teeth rot and is falling out of their head and only calls the dentist for emergencies. Sure, they make money on those people and you're going to have those people as well. And I'm sure there's a benefit and a value there. But ultimately, their ideal patient, the patients that they want, are the ones who value the health of their teeth. Those are the lifetime patients for dentists. Now, in chiropractic, it's the same type of thing. Your ideal patient will be the person who understands the concept of spinal hygiene, who respects and values their own spine, well enough to take care of it for a lifetime. They're the people who value the health of their spine enough to take proper care of it for life. See, chiropractic must own spinal hygiene in the same way that dentistry owns dental hygiene. In dentistry, we know you can't brush out a cavity. Once you have a cavity, I don't care how much you brush every single day, it's not going away. You need a dentist on your health team who is trained to detect and correct cavities, and you need to be checking those on a regular basis. Same thing in chiropractic. You cannot exercise out a subluxation. Once you have damage to the spine or subluxation in the spine, you can do every exercise on planet Earth and it's not going to help because you need a chiropractor on your health team who can adjust and correct that subluxation. Your patients need to know that they need a chiropractor who's trained to detect and correct subluxations and they need to visit them for checkups on a regular basis. You see, clarity means simple, easy, effective. And that's why, yes, you might have some prescriptive exercises sometimes, right? You might have to lay out a plan for a person to do a reverse posture exercise to correct a subluxation that they have, right? To help correct that. But ultimately, what we want patients to do is understand what we call non-prescriptive exercises, right? Everyone should be doing non-prescriptive spinal hygiene exercises on a daily basis, just like you brush your teeth. You don't have to go to a dentist and get a prescription for a toothbrush. It doesn't take you an hour or 2 hours a day to brush your teeth. These things are simple, they're easy, they're effective, they're non prescriptive. And that's why we recommend the exercises that we recommend called the 4 core spinal hygiene exercises. Doc, we recommend you put these exercises into your patient's care plans and you teach every patient that comes into your office how to do these core 4 spinal hygiene exercises. Number 1 is a simple range of motion stretch. They take their spine through a full range of motion every day to maintain the motion that they get in your office with their chiropractic adjustments. The spinal molding exercise, they're simply laying on a spinal molding roll, or if the molding roll that we use is too firm for them to start on, sometimes we'll have them roll a towel. But we put one underneath their lumbar spine where the curve is, underneath the curve of their neck, and they lay on their bed for 5 to 20 minutes, depending on tolerance. And that helps them maintain those lateral curves or those sagittal curves between their chiropractic adjustments, right? So we want to help them maintain their alignment between their visits. The third exercise you're seeing here is the resistance band exercise. And I'll ask you this, what's the most degenerative posture that you see on planet Earth? I mean, humans are walking around with this degenerative posture all the time now because of technology, computer screens, cell phones. Head forward posture. Almost all patients, past a certain age will walk in with head forward posture. So we're helping them with this resistance band exercise to strengthen posterior postural muscles of the upper back and neck to fight the most degenerative posture in the world, head forward posture. And then finally, if you're a chiropractor who takes x-rays at all, you're going to notice that most patients or a lot of patients, in their past their teenage years, 20, 30s, 40, 50, 60 years old, they have loss of disc height, right? Specifically in that lower back, but really throughout the spine, you can see loss of disc height. But that's why we recommend that the wobble ball exercise is done on a daily basis, a daily frequency so that we can get imbibition, right? Pumping of fluid and nutrients in and out of those discs to keep those discs healthy and hydrated and moving and strong. Those are the 4 core spinal hygiene exercises we recommend. This is a poster that helps share this so that you don't have to be the one saying it every time they come in. This is what you need to do. This is how you do it. These exercises are simple. Patient can see it. Go to spinalhygieneposter.com to download this poster and use it in your offices. And let me tell you about 2 more things real quick before we get done. If you'd like to learn more about spinal hygiene and get your certification in spinal hygiene, you can check out spinalhygienist.com. And then if you'd like more information on the products that we use or the spinal hygiene kits that we use, you can check out spinalhygieneproducts.com. So that's spinalhygienist.com and spinalhygieneproducts.com. Thanks so much for being on this video. Thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you on the next one.